Hi guys, and welcome back to another Tom Talks on the YouTube channel. Haven't done one of these in a while. Today we are going to be discussing Skepta's project All In. So very short EP, only 5 tracks. Apparently Skepta has announced he's retiring from MCing. A lot of MCs have done that in the past. How long he will last, I don't know. Said he wants to focus on producing. I believe he said he wants to produce for Georgia Smith and Rihanna's new project. So he's a good producer, so I imagine that'll be good. But yeah, I was hoping for, if this is his last project, an album, but I guess not. Which means last year's Insomnia project he did with Chip and Young Ads will be his last full-length project. But yeah, All In is a very straight to the point bangers album, 5 tracks, only about 15 minutes long, but yeah, it's pretty solid. Bellator kicks things off. It's a trap banger. Skepta's sort of bragging about who he is, what he's done, his coming up from Westwood freestyle to where he is now, the women he gets, the money he has. It's straightforward, it's to the point, but it's a banger. We then get Peace of Mind, which is a collab with Tizzy, who I've heard of before, but I've not really listened to it. Of course, Kid Cudi, who Skepta was on his last project on the song with Pop Smoke. That was a very good track. Can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I really like the classy sampling. It makes it sound like something very classy that you'd hear in like a very posh restaurant. Skepta's got auto-tune on his voice to start with, but he still sounds good. Tizzy sounds good. Kid Cudi does his thing. A bit of auto crooning, melodic auto crooning. It works fairly well. Although there is a line where Skepta says "I'm the honey like Winnie the Pooh," which I don't know how I feel about that line. It always sort of takes me out of the track a bit because it's a bit odd, to be honest. But overall, yeah, it's probably my favourite track. I just really like the classy sample in it. Next, we get this one that people have been talking about and listening to the most, Nirvana with J Balvin. J Balvin does his thing, he's decent. I'm not a massive reggaeton fan, but he does his thing pretty well. Skepta does too. It's probably the most sort of love song type thing on here. He's trying to seduce a girl, showing off his money, etc. It's a nice Afro swing vibe from J5 produced pretty well, and I like the little lightly strummed Spanish guitar at the end. It adds a nice touch and makes for a pretty decent track. We then get Lit Like This, which is J5 once again producing. This is more of an Afro beats vibe. Skepta's been very braggadocious, very sort of, oh, look at me, me and my mates were doing things. If you've messed me about, then I'm going to cut you off. It's simple, it's straight to the point. It does the job very well. And then the final track is called Eyes on Me, which samples that Oi from from the More Fire Crew song Oi, of course, which was a big grime hit back in the mid-2000s. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's a banger. I wouldn't quite say it's grime, but it's the most old school Skeppy sounding track on it. He also has a line on it which I like. It's an oxymoron how I speak so bluntly, still I'm as sharp as a razor. I thought that was a pretty good, pretty clever line. But yeah, it's straight to the point. Skepta's saying how everyone's always got their attention on him, how his fame has impacted him. And yeah, it's a simple, straight to the point banger. I mean, yeah, there's not really much to say about these tracks. They're all sort of bangers, but different flavour ones, I guess. But yeah, I was happy with this project overall. I was a little bit disappointed because I would have liked a bit more, maybe a more personal track, something which sort of tells us where Skepta's headspace is at the moment, not just sort of like, I'm getting women, I'm getting money, etc. But overall, if this is to be his last project, I think it's decent. It's pretty good. The production's pretty solid. Skepta's not at his best lyrically, but he's still pretty good. So yeah, overall, I'd give this project a 7 out of 10, I'd say. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this review. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow the blog, follow the Instagram page, and stay tuned for more Tom Talks.